Hey guys, Sabat the Mighty here, and I am back with another Eve Echoes video. First thing I want to address in today's video is going to be that the news that Sovereign RPG is no longer going to be making Eve Echoes content for a little while. That little while could just be a few days, a few weeks, or it could be forever. It's always sad to lose a content creator, especially one who did so much for the community and put so much time and effort into the game. He inspired a lot of other content creators, and including myself, and he has just always done amazing work. Together We Solo has actually released a video on his channel where he is kind of doing a farewell to Sovereign RPG, and is going to have a giveaway with a Machariel in it. I'll put the link in the description, so please go over there and check it out. Please watch the video all the way through if you want to participate in that and do what's being asked, and you can participate and possibly win yourself a Machariel over there. So as part of that, I figured I would jump on board a little bit also, and I have the Machariel here on the test server, and it is the same fit that I used in my last Machariel video, but I'm going to go through and do another T10 in the Machariel just to kind of showcase what this thing can do. Alright, so with that news out of the way, if you do like my content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I do release new content in the future. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's the Machariel, the Angel Machariel, the same fit that I actually used in my last Machariel video. I haven't actually taken this ship apart, and I've used it in quite a few more things just for experimenting around and having a little bit of fun with. How do I have it fit? Well, we're looking at all of the high slots. We do have Gist C-type large autocannons. I'm running a Vikalakis large energy Nosferatu, a Predator stasis webifier, a Haley target painter, a Predator warp scram, a couple of Mark 9 Vespas. I have a Core C-type large afterburner, a Gistum C-type jar with stabilizer, a Gist C-type adaptive invulnerability field, get some C-type reactive shield hardener, a Syntis C-type large shield booster, and a Gist C-type large capacitor battery. For the rigs, I have a Cannon Burst Aerator 3, an Anti-Thermal Screen Reinforce 3, a Core Defense Charge Economizer 3, semiconductor memory cell, and a semiconductor memory cell, all level 3s. And I'm going to take this ship and we're going to use the same exact fit here, and we're going to try to do Bad Hair Day. So what are we looking at here? Total DPS is 1,876.72. Defense total is 142,859 with 40,155 in the shields with an EM resistance of 10. Thermal 52, kinetic 40, explosive 52. I'm sorry, 50. If we do get to our armor, which hopefully we won't, we have 40,155 armor hit points with an EM resistance of 50, thermal of 35, kinetic 25, explosive 10, and 35,752 in structure with a 33% resistance across the board. Right now it's indicating that the capacitor is stable. That is stable as long as we stay within the 24 km optimal range of our large energy Nosferatu. So there is that. Okay, this thing here, the navigation, we're at 201. It does get a little bit more zippy than that once we have the afterburner going, but we're just going to try to get in there and spank and tank this mission. Alright, so I'll see you at the first encounter of the mission. Okay, so here we are outside of the first encounter. I'm going to go ahead and start moving the ship, and we're going to activate the afterburner, and we'll take a look at just the specs that we have on here now. So for the defense, we're looking at a total of 184,166 effective hit points with our EM resistance of 53, thermal 74, kinetic 69, explosive 74. And for our navigation, we're moving at 583. Let's go ahead and warp in. Now, Normally I would say always want to change your rigs to what you're fighting, so instead of using a thermal rig, you probably want to use an EM rig. But I wanted to basically go through this as well and see if you did invest in that thermal rig, because you're primarily going to be doing the other missions, if you would be able to jump in and actually do something like a bad hair day as well. So let's see. Shall we? Alright. Let's lock up everything. Let's actually move away. We're going to activate the afterburners. We're going to focus fire. Blow him up just a little bit. The frigates are going to be one of the harder parts of this battle, but once we actually get them in alignment, we should be fine. Okay, let's hit this guy next here. Let's put a little bit of stopping power on him. And let's activate our damage. There we go. Okay. We're going to approach this guy. We're going to focus fire him down as well. Moving in on our next target, we are going to take out this Ferox here. We're going to cut through him rather nicely. And lastly, we're going to hit up our battleship buddy here. I'm going to place him in a nice orbit right around that 15 marker. Blow him up nice and big. And just start laying in the damage. So far we're looking pretty good here. Yeah, some of these bigger ships with the Caldari, they've got way more shields than armor. So getting through those shields is the tough part. Once you get to the armor, they start getting shredded. So this rock is going to go down quite quickly. And then we're actually going to move into an approach back towards our station here. And we're even going to use our shield booster a couple of times here. Alright, what do we got going on here? Let's lock up this guy and this guy and this guy. Okay. First things first, we're going to take out this guy if we can. We're looking pretty good. Yeah, he's coming in hot. But we got him. Alright, next we're going to take out this guy. We're actually going to turn around. Start moving in now. Excellent. Next to begin the Cormorant, it's the next smallest ship. We want to try to get rid of that if we can. And we'll save that Raven for last. Let's get our target painter on him. Alright, we're looking good. Next we have the Ferox here. Trying to get as close to possible to him as we can. Let's activate our painter yet again. Get those guys activated at the same time. And while it's activated, we can go ahead and shield boost as well. Come. Set that in orbit. Get all of our stuff working. And we just got to get through this massive shield. And once that shield goes down, we're in there like swimwear. So pretty easy thus far. We haven't got to any of the actual hard parts of this mission as of yet. This thing is slicing through everything. Makes quick work. Keeping our energy pretty high up there. There we go. Okay, let's activate the battery and the damage. And let's start getting out of here again. Cosmic Anomaly, we are 36 km off of that. So we are not in the best of spot for the big spawns. Yeah, everything is right around us. Come. All right, let's get this going. So this is about the worst case scenario that you can imagine. We are caught by multiple webs. We're only moving at 406. We've got some nasties on us. But there's no elites in this, so we're still good. Okay, next we're going to move our targets over, and we're going to focus on this Cormorant. We're going to stop him as well, and we're going to activate our capacitor battery here. Once we start pulling away a little bit from him, our gun should work quite nicely. Only 8 ships. Lock up as many more as we can now that we have the threats dealt with. We can turn off our shield booster for the time being. Approach this guy and blow him up as well. We're still in a very good spot. Set an orbit around this guy here. We pretty much only got the bigger ships left. Let's give this guy another blap. That should kill him. There we go. Alright, now let's start working on this Raven. Everything's looking pretty good here. Again, no real elites in that wave, so not much to worry about. Cosmic Anomaly here, we're sitting at 56 km off. Got about another 23 seconds before we can activate our damage again. I'm going to wait for the capacitor battery for that, and then we'll start boosting up with the shield as well. Alright, let's get the next Raven into orbit. And let's focus fire down our buddy over here. He's dead. And now we'll take out the Fearox. Oh, we can activate our shield booster a couple of times at least. Maybe not. All right. Now that that guy's out of the way, we can focus on this Raven. Then we just got the one more, and we're on to the harder stuff. Machariels are such fantastic ships. If mine was even half as good as this. Oh, Ravens. Always takes so long to kill. Let's amp up that damage a little bit. Whenever we do activate the damage prop, if I didn't already show this, we're at 2,428.23 DPS. Let's put that guy into orbit next. And we can boost back up with our shield now. And we're sitting 32 off yet again. Definitely not good spots where you want to be in. We can get this guy a little over halfway through the armor. And we should do that with the next shot there. We'll go ahead and start approaching our getaway point here and end up a little bit farther off of the anomaly. We're at 40 right now. Well, we're starting to see that damage dwindle down a bit. There he goes. Okay. Perfect. You got me, I got you. We're all one big happy family right now, Mr. Condor. Alright. Set up the next guy here. Oh, he's outside of range. Okay. That's fine. We'll let you be outside of range. Let's turn back around and approach. Start locking up the next closer targets. Okay. Sure. We'll fight you. Deado. Okay. We can turn that off for the time being. It's not necessary. Let's murder this guy. Oh, he's not in range. He's moving around quite fast. Okay, let's turn around and pull everybody back away. Activate all of our stuff. Perfect. Thank you for coming nice and close. That's what we wanted you to do. Okay. Next, we're going to grab this elite here. I'm actually going to throw him in an orbit. Oh, we're not going home. They got us jammed. We are disrupted. I think we'll be just fine, though. We got nothing to worry about. Okay. You want to throw up a shield? That's okay. We'll pick off one of your buddies while you do that. We'll lower his shield down a little bit while we're waiting. I can turn that off for the time being. Move everything back over to you. Alright, we're going to go ahead and activate our battery. more damage and see if we can't get through you a wee bit faster. Oh, 7 ships left. As far as I can tell, this is the last elite, yeah. And so nothing more to worry about, really. As soon as this elite goes down, switch back over. No reason to fire into that shield. We can be doing real damage to something else. Oh, we didn't switch back. That's my bad. We did finally get into web range of this elite rock. That's fine. We'll activate our shields. And we'll go ahead and web him as well. Temporarily here. Just drive on by. Give him the broadside. Alright, elite's gone. Let's hit up our next target here. We'll even be kind enough to move into an orbit around him. Love all these ships. They think they're actually doing something. Okay, I'm going to go into orbit around this guy, but I'm actually going to fire on the MOA, and there we go. Now just to look at where our defenses have actually moved to, we're at 57, 74, 69, 73. So just so you can be aware of that a little bit there. I have the wrong guy there. Perfect. We got some different guns shooting at different ships here. Let's focus fire you down. Start approaching you. Oh, no. I want all the guns on there, please, if you don't mind. Sure. We'll actually approach you. Get you in orbit. Get rid of this Raven Striker. He's quite pissing me off. Or Raven Striker. And let's do a Cosmic Anomaly check. We're sitting at 50 km off where we're fighting at right here. Okay. Let's focus fire on our next target here. Capacitor battery still has plenty of time left on it. We're just going to go ahead and keep the shields running while that thing's going. Okay. Then we're going to let our cap build back up some now if we can. We actually don't need to run the target painter. And just waiting on these big guys to die. It takes some time still, but they will go down. They got quite a few hit points in these tier 10s. Okay. Make sure to keep our Nosferatu going. Our cap is still looking in a good place. Staying pretty full. And we are 47 off of the anomaly. And I think our big wave is next, right? All right. Let's start approaching, getting away from the center here. There we go. And that'll be the first wave. We'll go ahead and get over to the second encounter. And we will do that. I'm going to stop here for the time being. And I'll be right back with the next encounter. Alright, here we are at the second encounter of Bad Hair Day. Let's go ahead and warp in. Bright old sun over here.
Warp drive active.
Bad Hair Day 2. Just because one isn't good enough for you, you gotta have two of them. Zoom out a little bit, activate our defenses. Let's lock up the little guys. Okay. Oh, why are you on the wrong guy? That's fine. We want you here. Come on, buddy. There we go. Next, we're going to work on you. And get a little bit too close. We're going to approach you. And we are going to activate our Afterburner at this point. So wave 1. In wave 1, we got a couple of different guys in here. We got rid of all the smaller ships now, so we should be good. Sure. We're going to come in on you next, Mr. Raven. And we have 6 ships left remaining. We can probably just lock them all up at this point. Let's try to orbit him at a nice crisp 10 km. And we're sitting at 13 off from Bad Hair Day 212. We're basically right on top of it. Let's take this stuff into account and make sure that we are working with our power. It's not too much of a risk, but we want to try to make sure we have every little bit of energy that we can muster. Okay. Let's focus down our friend here. And let's put him into a 10 km orbit. We're actually going to fire on our next friend over here. Actually, I should change that the Nosferatu to the ship that I'm orbiting. Let's web you up too. No reason to let you do what you do. There's actually no reason to be running the afterburner at this point either. We're right here where we need to be. Cool. Cool. I like it a lot. We'll take out this Ferox too. Let's go ahead and activate our stuff. Bad Hair Day 15 km off the spawn. Fighting right up here on the spawn point. Excellent. I don't think we need the target painter actually. It's not really going to do too terribly much for us at this range. So we are going to be really close for wave 2. Really close. Yeah, the battleships themselves, they do take quite a bit of time to actually get through, even with some top-end stuff. They just don't melt quite the way I'd like them to. And we're finally gonna focus fire him down. We're actually gonna move out a little further though. Woo! Okay. And sitting here at 17, what we'll do is we'll start moving away. We're actually going to crank up the afterburner at this point. Alright, let's start getting out of here. This ship's not exactly one of the slowest ships in the world, but it still is pretty slow, so we're not going to be anywhere near safe. That's for sure. Okay, so we're in an extremely bad spot. Right where we want to be. We're going to go ahead and activate that and that. Activate all of those things. Cool. Moving over to the next target. We're going to focus fire him down, and we're going to do the same thing. Oh, he's way out of range anyway. Moving on through. That's the plan. Grab them and slab them. Taking use of all of our stuff to cancel out their propulsion. And then just blow them off the face of the earth with our cannons. This guy's sitting at about 12 km away. And he's dead. Next. 16 km away. Okay. 9 ships remaining. Now we're going to turn around and focus fire this guy. And let's go ahead and activate. Start locking up our next little buddies that are in line. Make sure we keep all of our equipment going if we can. We're looking pretty strong. Let's just get into a regular orbit around this guy at our 15 km. We're in a good spot. Very, very good spot. Clear out this tanky Raven. Once we get the Raven taken care of, then we can tackle the MOAs and whatnot. There's nothing really scary here. Damage is back up. Can activate that and start doing some real numbers. We're going to throw him into orbit. Lock up the other guys and use our battery again. Cool, cool. Next, we're going to take out the MOA. We have the rock in orbit. So I am going to activate that on the rock. You're going to be our next target. And our battery is out, so we can turn that off for the time being. We'll still keep our speed activated here, just for the missiles, if there is any. Next on the chopping block is going to be this MOA. Okay. Goodbye, Moa. It's been nice knowing you. And now we'll take on this rock here. We're 23 km off of Bad Hair Day. Looks like they want us to spawn on 0. Hey, buddy. We just scooched right by him. Now we're into the armor. It's going to be a very quick death for this rock. I guess as quick as can be expected. And then we still got to worry about that Raven and their thick boy shields. Okay. Let's go ahead and whittle down our next rock here. Boop, boop, boop. Keep everything running high. Last 2 ships, again, this is the point to where basically it's sit back, have a soda, which I'm going to do right now. Product placement. If I had a sponsor, you would go here. Oh boy, sponsors, that's funny. Alright, so the rock is going to die pretty quickly. We already know that. We've seen it happen a million times before. I left my shield going again, because I have bad habits of doing that. We're going to change up the orbit onto the Raven here, and then we're going to get as far away from the entrance to Bad Hair Day, the spawn point, as possible. We may or may not make it. We're not really 100% concerned about that. If we get spawned on, we'll just slowly move away and do what we do. Cool, cool. We're in a good spot. Everything should be up by the time this Raven is dead. This Raven is actually causing absolutely no damage to us whatsoever. I don't even think he's locked onto us. He was what we in the business like to call a Logi Raven. Pew pew! Go get them, drones. You guys, the real MVPs. Okay, we're going to start getting away from the center here. Not very quickly, mind you, but we're going to get away from it. And let's see what type of trouble we're in now. Okay. I don't know who's going to be close, but let's start locking up all these little ships. This guy here looks like the troublesome one. We are going to focus fire him. stop him. And is that it? Okay. Sure, sure. Come on down. Let's turn around and start moving back in. $12 more ships. Come on. We can do it. Get back in there. 12 ships ain't really nothing. Not an elite on the board, huh? Alright. Sure. So we're going to have at least 2 more waves after this. We didn't get to any of the big waves yet. We got another garbage wave to get through. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's activate all of our stuff. Sure. We'll get you, Moa. Yeah, we can turn that off. Looks like we have quite a few missiles coming at us. With 6 ships remaining. That is everybody that is on screen right now. So we do have quite a few battleships. So this one is going to be a little bit longer. It's, you know, going to just be waylaying over until all these battleships are dead. That's going to take some time. Alright, let's just throw you in an orbit. We actually don't need the target painter for you. It's all good. Let's actually orbit you at 8. 8 seems like a good number. And now we're fighting at 57 km off of Bad Hair Day. But it does look like we do have a Raven that's pretty far away. Sorry for my neighbors. They love their loud cars. I like them too, though, so not really much I can say. Okay, we're going to put him into orbit, but we're going to focus fire him next. And I want to hit you with the Nosy Nos. And let's activate all our goodness. Sure, why not? Stop moving. Okay, MOA's battery's over. Blow up that MOA. Make his signature pretty large so we can apply our damage that little bit better. Excellent. Let's take care of this Raven next. Nah. Don't need it. And now we sit back and enjoy the comforts. At this part here, when you have a bunch of battleships left and you're just chilling, that's always the time you have to reflect on your life and how you got into this situation. What did I do to end up here, fighting these 3 Caldari battleships? Was it that corporation that was trying to sell me the cheesy poofs? I didn't invest? No, that couldn't be it. Was it the soda company? Nah, that couldn't have been it either. I know. And with those stocks in GameStop. Yep, those GameStop stocks. That's what got me in this situation. And now these hedge funders, they're trying to get me. Dang these hedge funders. So as you can see, I do go a little bit crazy sometimes whenever I am sitting here just waiting for these battleships to die. And that's pretty much all it is sitting here waiting for them to die. They have no real chance. There's nothing they can really do. The Machariel is just too strong for them. And we are 36 off of Bad Hair Day 2. So as you can see, we've actually gotten to a pretty precarious spot because whenever they spawn, we're going to be very close yet again. But we haven't seen any elites yet. And I believe the last wave has 30 or 40 ships, so we're going to have quite the dancing game to play here in a little bit. But in the meantime, we get to sit here and give our attention to these 2 wonderful ships. The hedge funders that are trying to stop us from investing. Alright. Let's place our orbit on the next guy. Focus fire. Let's go ahead and top off everything. I think our cooldown should definitely be up by the time we have this guy destroyed. And we'll play the same game that we always play. When we do get them to about half armor, we'll go ahead and start moving away. This guy's got himself a little bit of a tank going. Fields keep going back up a little bit here and there. Oh. Save that energy. Matter of fact, let's get our energy back. I can't believe I didn't turn on my Nosferatu. We are going to approach at 100. And we're just going to move off in a random direction. Away from the spawn. .58 km, 59. We're a nice little distance away. We are doing no damage to this guy now. Cool. There we go. Alright, we have 24 ships. Who's coming at us? We're gonna lock you up. We're gonna lock you up. We're gonna lock you up. Lock you up. Okay. There is no way I can hit you from out here. But we are gonna blow you up. I guess there is a way I can hit you from out here. Let's move over to the next guy. please. Okay. Yeah, let's move back in. We are pretty far away. Make you a little bit bigger. There we go. Now we're getting some damage going. There's the elites. So we do have a couple of elites in this pack. I'm actually quite happy about that. We're finally going to get the challenge that we wanted. Oh, here, give me some energy. And let's just slow you right down. Let's approach you. Keep you focused. We still want to kill you. We haven't forgot about you. There we go. We've started applying damage yet again. And finally, he's dead. Okay. Set you into an orbit. Start locking up some stars here. Let's actually turn back around real quick. Here we go. Don't think we need to run that right now. Ah, perfect. Still got 20 ships, huh? And we got this pack out here that we have to deal with right now. We are dragging an elite condor with us too. Oh, let's activate our shields. Okay, we're finally able to do damage to this Ferox too. Good God. Are you, Oh, you decided to go away. Your buddy died and you didn't know what to do. Let's kill Moa next. And then we have the elite rock. Sure. Let's get in there. I'll take out the elite rock. He is on the other side of everyone. Now we do have a couple of condors here. And they really want to join the party. So I'm gonna blap them if I can. Okay. And same thing here. This guy's not target painted as of yet, so he's going to be a little bit more of a hassle to deal with. There we go. Alright, let's go back to our rock buddy here. The elite rock, he's got us locked in place. Whatever shall we do? I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And Moa Moa. You guys are pretty far away. Is there any other big elites? Nah. Nah. So we just passively take out this rock whenever we see fit. Eventually. Okay. Let's start moving towards our next targets. And let's get him target painted. Let's activate our damage for this last little bit. Goodbye, Elite Rock. Okay. Sure. We'll take on the Elite Moa. Now, we are just approaching him, right? Yeah. Is he doing some type of orbity thing around us? He is. Alright, let's move. Let's actually move towards the Cormorant. Let's take him out. Got 12 ships left. Moa, sorry, your time has come. Yeah, 9's fine. We'll orbit you at 9 and take out this here Raven. We still have 10 little buddies left. But this ring, it's all over as well. The elites are dead. It's just cleanup time. Cleanup time! So, we're gonna sit here and murder these ships at our leisure. Nothing else to be afraid of. Nothing else to be concerned of. Let's read from our favorite book for a little while. Maybe if you got an Audible, you could listen to that. I don't know. Brush up on your calculus. Calculus is good. It's a good thing to do. You got to know all those formulas for figuring out how your sales are going in Eve. Without that, you're never going to know how much ISK you actually made. We can turn off the shield booster for the time being. But yeah, some of the tier 10 missions with the faction ships or even a lot of the battleships just become a series of waiting games. So it's like, okay, you have a little bit of threat when everything spawns in, and as long as you play your cards right, do what you have to do, easy peasy, you get through it. But that's when the exciting part happens, because you're looking, okay, what's getting close to me? What do I have to stop? I need to have a series of order. Wait, that's not exactly what I was trying to say. An order of operations that you need to take out the ships in order for everything to, you know, work out for the best outcome. We are going to activate all of our stuff yet again. Now, figuring out the order of operations for what you're flying and how you're flying it is the important part, though. If you are fighting a brawler, making sure that you move away from the spawn at the start and going, okay, which ones of these ships are going to have the tackle on me and going to prevent me from doing what I need to do? Which one of these ships are actually going to be applying the most to DPS? Do I need to take out the E-War? Can I leave the E-War alone? All sorts of different ways and things that you might want to take out to make the encounter that much better for you. But ultimately, you're going to get to a spot where you're just chilling. And when you are just chilling and killing the ships, you got to have something to consider. That's something to think about. That's, when you make small talk, you're in Discord, you have your buddies, and, you're chatting with them. If you're making videos like I am, you end up talking to yourself and just rambling on in inane circles, and if people listen, they listen. If not, hey, whatever, I'm just blowing up some battleships. Yeah, these spots here, it's probably one of the things I would say is the most satisfying and boring part of the game at the same time. If you can get into a rhythm with your missions where you're making money, that you can basically sit around and go, wow, I don't even really have to think about the mission, you're doing real good, and that's a good spot to be in, and that feels awesome once you've gotten your skills and your ships and everything to that point, and you're able to just breeze through the content that you want to do to make that money that you need. That does feel really good. At the same token, orbiting a bunch of ships and really having no challenge does tend to make you get a little sleepy. And I've known quite a few people who have ended up losing a ship due to going night-night during a mission. So I definitely don't recommend that. If you are playing your tier 10s and you've got them down to a rhythm, don't fall asleep. It's like a horror story with real outcomes. Okay. So as you can see, we've got quite a few more battleships to melt through here. So what can we talk about to fill the time while we're melting battleships? Let's talk about the difference between doing the brawler builds versus this mission than the range kiting fits. We can do that. So the range kiting fits that I actually use with the apocalypse and everything versus these missions works quite well because a lot of these ships are extremely slow in Bad Hair Day. Very, very slow. And even your speedy ships are very, very slow. Ever since they did the update where they slowed down a majority of the actual ships, even the elites and everything, there's not very much in the way of missions where you can't just, with lasers, blap through all of the small ships before they even get to you. So you don't ever have to worry about that. Choosing your distance, dictating your range. You might catch a stray missile or two here or there, but there's really nothing to worry about. It's super safe. Super just easy. Easy. You don't even really have to move. The only real movement happens in the very beginning of the mission. And again, that's when you're trying to move away to make sure all those little ships aren't close to you. Some of these guys can hit out to about 115, 120. Some of them, occasionally. But that's okay, because with the Apocalypse, you can fight out past 120, up to like 140, and still be applying damage at a decent rate. Pretty decent. If you're actually using all of the range extenders and everything, and you have them on their cooldown cycles, you can literally fight out close to 170 and just be completely safe. I mean, you almost don't even need to bring a tank at that point of any sort. I don't know what's going on here. I think I was talking too much and started orbiting something I shouldn't have been orbiting. We've gotten a bit further away than I would like to. Let's just do a straight-on approach. Where are we? 53 off of Bad Hair Day. Huh. How do we want to tackle this? So this MOA is right out here with us. Does this MOA have us locked? Yes, the MOA does have us locked. Cool. MOA, you can stay alive. You're coming with me. You're going to be my little buddy. Matter of fact, as soon as this guy dies, I'm giving you the nos. We're going to orbit you around 9. We're going to focus fire you. Is my little buddy going to stay within 20 km of me? We'll give you the NOS. Okay, let's activate all of our stuff. Keep our shields up. Alright, so yeah, we have one more wave after this one. I believe the next wave is going to have 30 or 40 enemies. So it's definitely the most exciting of the waves when it first appears. However, again, once we take care of all of the elites and that, we should be in a spot to where nothing can really do anything to us. This Mo has gotten 35 away, so... Wait a second. Neither one of those ravens have me targeted? Hold up. I'm confused. Oh, okay, there we go. Moa Interdictor is firing missiles at me. So the two Ravens were logistic ships. And the Moa is the damage dealer. Fantastic. Okay, sure. I mean, if I was setting up the battlefield, that's exactly what I would do. We have the Laji Ravens supporting the Pithamoa. The Pithamoa, you see, is our most deadly ship. I've lost my train of thought again. I don't remember what I was speaking about. I guess the long range versus short range. So yeah, it's two completely different play styles, obviously, long range versus short range. But the long range is extremely safe for this mission, and basically it makes the entire thing just sit back and blah blah blah. And then at the end you spend some time going around and cleaning up your loot. Whoa. Approach at 100. Okay. So I guess we're gonna focus fire you completely. Yeah, Bad Hair Day 20. Cool. Stop that for a moment. Bad Hair Day 28. 29. 30. With the short range, you do have to get in there and mix it up quite a bit. So the mixing it up means that you have to kind of balance your tank versus damage for the most part. And I mean, when you're on the live server too, you're also having to make sure that it's within your budget, and you don't want to be changing up a lot of things that are going to cost you millions and millions every single time, unless you actually have the ability to support those millions and millions. Bye. So we're 46 off. Okay. Cool. Last wave, we've got 31 ships. Okay. 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 We're just trying to see who was going to come rushing in on us. Looks like we have the usual suspects. Cool. We're going to start applying damage. Lock him down. Doop, doop, doop. Getting rid of the frigates first is, I mean, paramount, basically. You don't want these little guys buzzing you the entire time. Let's get rid of you. Oh, did we leave that running the entire time? Oh, well. The target painter, I think, may have to cycle one more time. We want to make sure we have our energy working on you. Let's get both the guns. We do have 2 batteries here, a 5 and a 3. We want both of them on you. Because we don't like you very much, Condor 2. Excellent. Now we're going to move over. So our next target here is you, sir, Cormorant. You're going to want to come in here and do bad things to my speed of my ship, and I'd rather that not happen. I'd rather you just die, preferably. Don't know why I turned around, but okay. Cool. We're still in an okay spot, really. It doesn't matter. We're going to get him webbed down, rammed. We're going to activate all of our goodies. And as we're flying away from him, we should be able to blow him up, no problem. Sun is in my eyes. Hate afternoons. Okay. Now we have the elite Moa. We're basically going to do the same thing. He got him pretty close to us. He's... Oh. He was in rub range. I thought he was out of it. Okay, cool. We can stop that for the time being. And we have our Condor 2 buddy. Condor 2 buddy, you are in trouble. Okay, so we got rid of the Super Bunch. The Super Bunch are the bunch that approach you with their micro warp drives, and they're a little bit closer. So we're going to turn back around now, and we're going to head into the thick of things. We've got 25 ships left. We've already killed 6 of them. And they are the 6 most problematic ships. With those guys out of the way, the rest of this, even though there are still elites left, shouldn't be too much of an issue. But we are still going to have to play the game. What I mean by play the game is we don't want to get caught into a bunch of webs, brought to a complete and utter halt, and destroyed. That's not the game that I want to play. I'd rather play the game where I melt them like butter, laugh maniacally, and enjoy myself. So we're going to play that game instead. Alright, so on our approach to this Cormorant, we're just going to go in a straight line and blow him up. Should be easy peasy. We're actually going to save some of this stuff. Excellent, that's what I like to see. Condor 2, we are going to blow up your signature and take you out quite easy as well. And that'll be the last of our guys at the 40 km once we get rid of this leap. I don't want to orbit, I want to approach. Our energy on our ship is looking fantastic. We have been able to keep up with making sure that our cap stays in a great spot. Let's activate both of those. We have to watch the elites too. Sometimes I like to pull you into the middle of the pack. They'll come rushing forward and then come back. And they like to play those games. We don't like those games. We don't want those games to happen. Let's activate our shield. Get back a little bit of health while we can. Okay. Alright. Cool, cool. You got me webbed now, buddy. Here, I'll web you back. Now you can stop moving, I can stop moving. We can sit here and we can hash this out, right? Mano-y-mano. I am going to present to you my butt, though. Do you like it? I work out. Cool. So now let's start getting our next guys in the system here up to speed with what we're trying to do. Excellent. And we're going to take out this other Cormorant. Cormorants are more likely to have webs than the other ships, so I'm more likely to shoot them first. That's just how that works. If you're more likely to do something that I don't like, I'm more likely to blow you up before I blow the other people up. Alright, Moa. Unfortunately, I have nothing against you, Moa. You just happen to be the next in line. Wrong place, wrong time type thing. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then we're going to start getting into the battleships here very quickly. There is a lot of bloat ships here. What I mean by bloat ships are a lot of small ships that really don't have any purpose. They're just, they kind of exist. And so that big number of ships are a lot scarier sounding when you say, I have 30 ships. Ooh, 30 ships, but 15 of them do nothing. So it's really just the elites. We do have a couple elites left still in here. We've got an elite rock, an elite raven. Yeah. They're there. We don't care, but they're there. Cool. We are taking quite a bit of damage just flying straight in here like this. We are going to angle off here a little bit, but this Pith Raven is, you know, having fun. One of the cool things about having a ship that is cap stable, which this fit is with a capacitor battery, is that you really don't have to worry about dumb mistakes, like, oh no, I've used up too much cap. Okay. Let me just click this button here. I'm going to get it all back. It's only temporary. Ah, yes, but it does increase your overall capacitor capacity and your recharge rate, thusly letting you have more time. Oh, what are we doing next? I don't think we need to activate the shields right now. We are down to 16 ships. 16. So we are basically halfway through. We're going to take out this Ferox 2 next. We do have a Raven who's gotten a little bit far. We do have another Elite coming in here as well, this Elite Moa. Maybe we'll mess with him next. Yeah, seems like a good idea. Let's activate the damage. Get you in orbit. Cool. Oh, we have a Condor. Another one of those garbage ships I was talking about. Regular Condor 2. What are you really going to do at this point, Condor 2? I mean, you were just literally sitting inside this pack of ships going, hey, I'm here! Okay, now you're not. Thank you. Let's get you back into orbit. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, what's the purpose of a base Condor 2 in a tier 10 mission? It's something to one-shot so you can feel good about yourself? I don't know. Well, I can't say too terribly much whenever we do go out and do these missions and groups. I do have friends who like to bring smaller frigates because they may have been out PvPing or whatnot, and they just decided, hey, you're doing some missions, I'm going to come join you. So I can't say too terribly much. They brought frigates, I bring frigates, we all laugh. Let's take out this Raven next. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, we're down to 12 ships now. Really? Was there ever a threat? As long as you don't let them spawn you on 0 and just lock you down? No. No threats. So even without changing the tank up on this ship, so I still have very, very low, comparatively, EM resistance. We didn't fill that hole. It doesn't really matter. So you can be tanked out. What was this one tanked out to fight? I forget. Was I fighting the Mimitar mission? Huh. Oh. Probably Galente. Sweet poison or something. But you don't really have to change the fit around, is kind of what I'm getting at. So even if you didn't put in the correct tank for this thermal screen is still going to be doing something in this for the shields. The thermal screen does help quite a bit, and you have 3 of your resistances over 70. Your EM is definitely a hole, but for missiles, 1/4 of their damage is coming from EM, and if they're not using missiles and they're using railguns, then what are you worried about? They're not doing EM with the railguns anyway. activate some more stuff here. So basically, what I'm getting at is even if you are shield tanking and you're trying to do missions like this, that EM resist and some of the tougher ships, you don't really have to fill that particular hole. You can fill one of the other holes, like the thermal in this case here. Thermal's going to help you versus the Galente missions, the Sweet Poison. You're going to be able to do that no problem. Then you're also going to be able to do this one no problem with the same tank, as you can see here. Now, I'm not going to say it's the quickest. There's definitely going to be builds that can do this much quicker. There's people who have been flying this ship who are very, very specialized in it. And I can't wait to be one of those people. Not quite yet, but I do like to have fun with it. Whew! Look at all those battleships. We got 9 ships left, boys. 9 ships left. And girls, if there's girls here. And anybody who falls anywhere else, I guess. I don't care. If you enjoy Eve, you enjoy Eve. I enjoy having you here, especially if you've stuck out this long and heard me ramble for this entire time. I swear, anytime I do one of these T10s and try to talk through the entire thing, I go a little bit more crazy each time. It's kind of hard to come up with a whole bunch of stuff to talk about when you're a very boring person like I am. I literally play video games and go to work on my normal days, and that's pretty much it. So you guys know a lot of the stuff that I already know, unless you wanted to hear something about medical insurance, and most of that would be a HIPAA violation, so can't really tell you anything on there. Da da da. Cool. Let's take out this MOA and let's have a quick look. Let's just have a gander what we have left. We have a Raven, a Rock, a Raven, the MOA, a Raven, a Rock. Cool. So we have a whole armada of battleships. Ah, it's the hedge funders again. They're wanting to delay me. They want to make sure that I can't purchase that GameStop stock. Look at them all. There's elites in there too. Do the elites even have me targeted? No. This elite pithy Raven Striker. Logi ship. He's just chilling. He's flying next to me. He's my buddy. He's my wingman. The other elite is the Rock, and he has got me jammed. He's like, you're not going anywhere. So, you know what I say about that? That means you're next, buddy. You're doing things I don't like. What the heck? Did he turn off his jammer? I think he did. He just stopped using it. Okay. No, we're going over there to you. Here. I'm gonna hit your friend with that. We're literally gonna fly all the way over to you. Right through all of your buddies. 'Cause I don't like you. You are the one doing that, right? Who's disrupting? That's you. You were disrupting me. So you get the cannons. That's how that works. Okay. We are now going to orbit you at 10. You can have all of the gloriness of the cannons. Oh no, you have webbed me. Well, for that, I am going to web you and scram you. Now where are you going to go? What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna activate your shield. Okay. I mean, that is a smart move. I would have done the same thing if I had one of those. You didn't bring any type of propulsion. That's a problem. It's going to be one of the reasons why you die. Yep. You might have thought about investing maybe a little bit more into your tank as well. You're not doing so hot. However, I don't think you ever expected to get into armor. Weren't all those guys like really close to me just a little bit ago? How far out did you bring me, Mr. Rock? Why are we so far away from everybody? Oh, they're all firing their guns again. Okay. Well, it was fun playing around with your web. That was a nice explosion. Ah, yes, it was very fun, but now we have things to do. Let's go get the other rock, and then we're gonna keep the quad ravens for last. Sure. Pew! So yeah, basically right now I'm just being foolish. I'm having fun. I should have obviously tackled those guys in order. So the closer they were for me, it would have definitely helped speed up the mission. But I'm having a good time. Playing around. Taking care of the rocks. They were trying to give us the people's elbow. Oh, wrong thing. Alrighty. And so here we are. 1 Machariel, 5 hedge funders. So would I say that this ship is clearing this in the fastest capacity as humanly possible? Absolutely not. We are sitting at 1 hour and 5 minutes, and we are on the last wave of Bad Hair Day. So 1 hour and 5 minutes here. I believe the other encounter was half an hour. So you're looking at, probably with the travel time on the Machariel, 2 hours-ish, maybe a little over. I guess we're really going to have to see how long it takes us to murder the rest of these guys. Do. Give it to me. The Z power. Yeah, we left our shield booster running for quite some time there. So yeah, if we're finished with this by like 1 hour and 20 minutes, the other encounter we'll say is 40 minutes. So that puts it about 2 hours. Travel time, I don't know. We'll add a half an hour for travel time. Even though it is a Machariel, so it is going to travel a little bit faster. But let's just say you're being safe, taking your time. Looks like a strong reach for things is this is going to clear this in 2.5 hours. Two and a half hours and a lot of safety, really. I mean, nothing's really scary. Just sit back and blow things up. I mean, that's all you really got to do. Okay, we're going to start approaching the next Raven. I mean, are these Ravens actually firing railguns at us? Yeah, they certainly are. Railgun Ravens, you know. Oh, actually, you're right here. Sure, I'll kill you. I'll be more than happy to kill you. Let's activate some damage. And bada bing, bada boom. The Railgun Ravens. I mean, sure. I literally think they're all using railguns. Except for that guy over there. He's using the power. Oh no, he's using railguns too. Huh. Cool. Oh, you. The elite down there. He's using the power of his mind. See him down there? Every so often he's like, wub wub wub. He'll glow a little bit, and they'll glow a little bit. Wub wub wub. There he goes again. No. Nine. Okay, so lastly we are going to kill this other raven here, and that'll leave us with the elite. The most deadly one. He is so deadly, he hasn't even locked on to us because his power is that great. La-di-da-di-da. Come on, Ravens. You can do it. I have faith in you. I always like rooting for the underdog. Click. Ouch. That hurt. I'd get on to that elite Raven of yours. Let him know that he is doing a wonderful job at logistics. Always give your healers support. Make sure they feel welcome. Otherwise, I won't be your healer anymore. However, I do think that you guys need to focus on the raid boss a little bit more. You didn't learn the patterns, the orbits, or any of that stuff. You failed, collectively as a group. Ooh, explosions. Alright, we are going to orbit you at 8. Sure, why not? And let's find out what you're going to do. Hi. Do you want to shoot me now? No? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to make you. You're a pacifist. I get it. Unfortunately, the company that you keep has dictated that I need to do this. You can't back out of being a hedge funder now. No? Okay. The elite pithy Raven. Striker. This guy has siege mode. You know, for all the logistics. Could you imagine siege mode logistics? You stop moving, signature blows up, but you can heal 100% better. That'd be broken. What is that? That is our stationary Logi potato. Oh, they're going to surprise me with this, and there's going to be another wave after this one. And I just completely forgot about it. And it's going to have a wave with, like, 72 ships. They're all going to be interdictors. But they'll probably be armed with civilian lasers or something. I don't know. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Turns out that there's going to be surprise encounters in the mission. And a wave of Amar warps in. They're like, "Oh, we were going to fight the Kaldari," and then they got all these lasers, and I've got no EM resistance, and I'd be like, "Bye." Oh, don't know how long it's been since I've activated those. But yeah, Raven Striker should die any second now. I think we're 27 km off of Bad Hair Day. That's kind of been a theme here, where we end up all the time. So yeah, sure. We'll approach 100. We'll pretend like there's another way. It's a good habit to be in. Cool, now we're 21 off. Oh, it ended. Shucks. 270 million? And that is Bad Hair Day, done with Machariel without changing up the tank in the same fit that I used to do the other mission. If you guys are still here, thank you for watching very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to check out the section in the description below to see all of the information. Alright, thank you, and I will see you next time.